This is the future.
You all know that there are times wherein I discussed important things about Warframe, and whenever something comes to mind, I post it as a video as I want to know the opinion of you guys from the Warframe community. So, the title says it all. Is Warframe nearing its end? Okay, before you get the wrong idea, let me explain why I ask this question. First of all, this has nothing to do about the recent updates that Digital Extremes had been pulling off. And also, this has nothing to do with all those complaints coming from the community on how crappy the past updates of Warframe. I think we are entitled to our own opinion, and the love and hate relationship of players on Warframe is nothing new to us. Some players may hate an update, but others would love it. So why am I asking if Warframe is nearing its end? Well, it's because of the next big updates that probably we will be getting in the future. First, we got Duviri Paradox, which will more likely be released this year, and Digital Extremes might reveal this as this year's biggest update of Warframe. So, what exactly is Duviri Paradox? The main story from the TennoCon trailer comes from a figure who appears to be an adult version of our operator. Before the trailer, and during the Empyrean segment of the live stream, we see our Tenno flying their ship into a void storm, void being something that can sever a Tenno's power. As a result, we see the operator exit the suit as a child before then appearing in the trailer as an adult. During the TennoCon trailer, the older operator appears to try and use their powers as a foe, some sort of Dax warrior, on a mechanical horse charges towards him. As his powers fail, he opts to go for a Tigris shotgun instead, which was placed into a portal in the ground by the younger Tenno we saw previously. What separates them, however, is that the former appears in black and white and the latter is in color. There's a few things this could be, however, from a narrative tool that acts as a flashback to a way to signify people within different dimensions interacting with each other. The story is ambiguous right now, and this is the most abstract and potentially existential trailer we've seen from Digital Extremes so far, so guesswork is all we have to go on here. But, if there's one thing that is certain, we will know more about the Intrati family and the origin of the Orogin, on how they built an empire, and how it has been ruined. We all know that Orogin are smart people, and their lust of power and control over the universe which leads them to ruin when they had tried to become the master of all, and involving sentience and the infestation in their conquest to become the top race in Warframe. But, there are more things that should be revealed in Duviri Paradox, and interestingly, we will get to know more about the man in the wall and the source of his power, and how the Tenno are truly connected to this entity. All we know so far is that the new open world will be towards the Orogin faction, but it kind of scares me of the fact that this update can either be great or just another update that will pass in a couple of months. I have made a video giving my opinion about what is the best Warframe update for me, and I tagged Heart of Deimos as the best Warframe update, simply because it has lots of positive compared to negatives, and it has lots of features that are actually useful and helpful in the game. Right now, we are still using the Helminth system to improve our builds, and they even expanded it with the Invigoration. Also, Khorne bots are massively used right now against big bosses in open world areas. The longevity of the features that Heart of Deimos have made it the best update for me. Long story short, the update added value to the game, and I'm crossing my fingers that the Duviri Paradox update will have something that we can use forever in the game, and not just another copycat open world area with all the basic things that we already saw from other open worlds. And then, after Duviri Paradox, what's next? We already got Ascendant War, but honestly, the new war was merely a battle and there was no closure to it. The main villain, which is Ballas that has no balls, now got defeated, but we didn't get to see the full extent of sentient power. I really don't have a clue on what's next on Warframe, as after the Void, we could be seeing small updates like, Digital Extremes could just create another Parvos Granum Ascension theme, or, we could do another Sentient War, or, we could be seeing new character. But, if we take a look at the lore of the game, the two main villains of the game are the Sentient and Orogin faction. The Grineer, Corpus and Infested are like collateral damage that have been used by these two main factions, or, they got involved and want to be part of the big picture. If we just consider this, then we can say that the Void is the end of the storyline, or, the developer can continue on more by discussing the Tau system, which is the home world of sentience. They can make another open world for sentience after Duviri Paradox. But after that, what other story can Warframe tell? Because honestly, if they will just get back to Corpus, then Grineer, then Infestation, and they will just recycle their faction, then it would be a shit show and they might as well end up the game on Duviri Paradox. In my opinion, the lore of the game is one of the key ingredients that keeps the player base interested. If they will just recycle the same faction wars after Duviri Paradox, then Warframe will become obsolete in my opinion. They have promised that this year will be awesome, but so far, the developers are just delivering good updates and cross-play isn't out yet. Duviri Paradox will either open a lot of future great content to the game, or it will be the mark of the end of Warframe as a game. I don't know if you have seen this, but the developer has registered a game named Warframe. We still have no clue whether this is a new project or not, but I guess Digital Extremes are doing other stuff than developing content for Warframe. The game is playable for 9 years, and if you ask me, that's a long ass time for a game. I still enjoy playing it, as there are features of the game that still are enjoyable for me, but I just don't know what else can Digital Extremes pull off to keep the community entertained. Some players gave up on Warframe, but others are still hopeful that this will be a great year for Warframe. Will the Duviri Paradox update deliver? Or, will we see something else for this year just like Heart of Deimos? Let me know in the comments section below on what are your thoughts about this video. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.